Hi, I'm Abby from PermaJet, and today we're going to be looking at the best printers for fine art prints. Choosing the right printer can make or break your art reproductions. Whether you're an artist, a photographer, or a general printmaker, the printer that you invest in is going to determine the quality and the longevity of the prints that you're reproducing. In this video, we're going to explore the best fine art printers that are available today, looking at budget models all the way through to the professional grade, and helping you choose which one's going to be best for you. So let's dive in and start by looking at the key factors that you need to look at when you're choosing a printer. There are really 4 critical factors that you want to consider, which we always recommend to customers when we're trying to help them decide on a printer. The first factor that you really need to consider is the ink technology of the printer. Inkjet printers come in 2 different forms. You have pigment-based printers or dye-based printers, which is the ink type that comes in the printer. If you buy a pigment-based printer, you can't then swap it to dye, you've got to choose one or the other. Dye-based inks are generally not as long-lasting, they're not archival. If stored correctly, the prints will last for a very long time, but they do break down quicker than pigment inks. Dye-based inks are also really good for vibrant prints, gloss prints, just because of the way that they interact with the paper. They tend to produce much more vibrant colours. But having said that, it is very hard to notice it nowadays because there's been such a lot of development with the inks. So pigment inks are archival, which means that they will last for a very long time when used with the right paper. They tend to work slightly better with fine art papers and matte papers. You'll find that you get slightly better results on that side of the scale. So when you're considering which printer to go for, whether it's dye or pigment, for a lot of people it's actually not going to be too important, but if you're someone that is producing fine art prints that you want to last for, 80 or more years, then you're definitely going to want to look at a pigment-based printer. If you're someone who's producing bright, punchy wall art that's just going to be on the wall for a few years, then you could definitely go for a dye-based printer. But really, either choice is going to produce great prints. It's just down to what your personal preferences are in terms of the longevity of your artwork. So the second factor that you'll want to consider is the amount of cartridges that the printer has. You may notice when you're browsing that some printers have 6 cartridges, some have 8, some have 10, some even have 12. This is going to relate directly to the colour accuracy and the colour gamut of your prints, which means that the more cartridges it has, the more accurate the colours are going to be, the wider range of tones it's going to be able to produce. We always recommend aiming for a printer that has 6 or more cartridges for the best results. The third key factor that you'll want to consider when looking at printers is the media handling. Not all small desktop inkjet printers are able to handle thicker media types. So if you want to print on heavyweight fine art papers, which are 300 GSM or more, you're definitely going to want to factor this in when you're choosing a printer, because some printers aren't going to be able to handle that weight of paper. So definitely think about that when you're looking at which printer you're going to get. And the fourth factor that you really want to consider when looking at a printer is the size of the paper it can handle. Some printers on the smaller end can only handle up to A4 size paper, so you're going to be quite restricted with one of those printers. A lot of the professional range from Canon can handle up to A3+, so this gives you a lot more flexibility. There are also some printers that can handle up to A2 in size. So if you want to produce really big prints, you're definitely going to need to get one of the higher end professional models of printers. But the A3 and A3+ printers will suit most people's requirements. So now that we've covered some of the key factors that you should look at when you're comparing printers, I'm going to recommend some of the best models that are available on the market today that we sell here at PermaJet. So the best one that we would recommend for entry-level artists is the Canon Pro 200S. This model is affordable, easy to use, and it's a great way to get started with printing. It has 8 dye-based inks and it can print up to A3+ in size. For the best printer for professional fine art printing, we would recommend the Canon Pro 310. This has exceptional colour detail, longevity and accuracy. It has 10 pigment-based inks and it can print up to A3+ in size. And the best printer we'd recommend for large format prints is the Canon Pro 1100. This printer can print up to A2 in size, so if you wanted to go a little bit bigger with your prints, this one is perfect for you. It has 12 pigment-based inks, so it also has the best colour accuracy and colour gamut out of all of the printers, so definitely one for professional photographers and print labs. And finally, the best budget-friendly option is the Canon IX6850. This one is very, very popular amongst smaller artists and crafters. It delivers really strong results, but without breaking the bank. It has 5 inks. The colour ones are dye-based, but it has a pigment black. And it prints up to A3+ in size, so it's got quite a range to it. So to round up the video a little bit, because you might be someone who's new to printing, I'm going to give you 3 of our top fine art workflow tips. So the first one is always use an ICC profile when you're printing. This is going to help you get accurate colours every single time you print. You can find out more about ICC profiles on the PermaJet website. If you're using PermaJet Fine Art Media, we also create free custom ICC profiles for you. The second one is to make sure you choose the right paper for your artwork. Don't just settle for the first gloss or matte paper that you find on Amazon. You should definitely look into trying out different papers with test packs and samples that you can get online. This is a really great way to explore and see which papers that your artwork looks best on, because there are so many options out there, from smooth papers to textured papers. Different qualities of the papers are going to bring out certain parts of your images, so definitely don't miss out on the chance to explore different paper types. And finally, make sure to keep your printer maintained. It's really important that you do things like nozzle checks and keep it clean, because this is going to keep your printer in good working condition and also help you get good prints so you're not wasting paper and ink. So I hope this video helps you find the perfect fine art printer for your needs. If you do want any further advice or help with choosing a printer, just leave a comment below, or you can get in touch with us directly at PermaJet. We're always happy to help. Thank you for watching and happy printing.